Hey everybody, I'm DC Lozano with Power Pack. This is Next Up. Today's guest is Shaniqua McClendon, Vice President of Political Strategy for Crooked Media. Welcome, Shaniqua. It is so freaking cool to have you here.
Oh, thank you. Okay, most of the time people say it's nice to have you. Cool is that's flattering. Thank you.
It's way cool. It's way cool.
Working here at Crooked for Vote Save America, the first thing I learned was, I think, a more pleasant lesson that if we mobilize volunteers to, volunteer on campaigns with our partner organizations, and we also mobilize grassroots donors. And I think for a long time, I didn't know if people cared, how many people cared about our political system. It probably increased a lot more after Donald Trump was elected. But the thing I learned was when people are concerned and want to do something, they don't always know how or what to do. And so if you can give them that guidance, they will literally, take it and run with it. And that's what we've seen with Vote Save America. We've raised about $55 million over the last 5.5 years that we've been working. And, we've recruited, it's a mix of voters, volunteers, and donors, but 600,000 people into the work that we're doing. And so we're really proud of that. I think the lessons that I've learned in addition to that are not so pleasant is that the threats to our democracy are continuing to grow and grow and grow. The big lesson I'd say I learned from that is we just have a lot more work ahead of us. Gosh, there's so many. And
I know.
This is going to probably sound cliche and obvious, but I think access to, it's kind of twofold, like access to the ballot box, but also the ability for people to see the impact of their vote. I think because there's so much voter suppression that when people do participate, they are not seeing a direct impact. And also a lot of people pay more attention to the top of the ticket and not a lot of these down ballot races that really have a direct impact on their lives in a more direct way than some federal policy and legislation. Also, you can go to the grocery store and see these local elected officials. They are, will be a lot more accountable to people who can come up to them and say, hey, why did you vote that way? Or can show up to the city council meeting or the school board meeting.
What do you say to people who say politics doesn't matter to them?
It cannot matter to them, but they matter to it. These decisions are going to be made whether you participate or not.
How do you disrupt the established norms to pave the way for positive change?
So I used to work on Capitol Hill, really, really valued that time. But while I was there, the higher up I moved, I started to understand the role that money played in quite frankly, decisions that were being made by our elected officials. And it was disheartening because I went to Capitol Hill because I really thought policy, and I still do believe this, but to me, policy was how we change people's lives. And so when I think about the work that we're doing at Vote Save America, when I decided I was going to stay in politics, I said, I want to get better people elected on my side. I can't really control what Republicans are being elected, but I want better people on my side. Yes, there are a lot of powerful entities and people within our political infrastructure, but the more of us that come together as individuals and exercise our collective impact, we can start to outweigh that. Something I truly do believe, there's a lot of money in politics that shouldn't be there. And it comes from a handful of individuals who have outsized influence and impact. But at the end of the day, those people only get one vote. And so if more of us kind of come together on the other side, I do believe we can outpower the money there, but also in us contributing any financial resources that we have, we can start to make grassroots fundraising look more attractive to candidates.
Underdog or trendsetter?
I'd say underdog.
Truth or trust?
Man, I feel like those kind of have to go hand in hand, but I'd say trust.
Music or podcasts?
That's hard, especially given where I work, but I have to say
mean. That's a mean question, isn't it?
It is. I had 136,000 minutes of listening this year. to music. I know. Oh, I'm gonna say music. They're both up there, but I'm gonna say music.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Iced or hot?
Hot.
Money or love?
I mean love. I know who I am, but it just feels hard to find sometimes, but love.
Book or the movie?
Book.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Follow us on social media to see who is next up on Up Next. I said it backwards. Whatever. I'm leaving it.
It's cool. They'll get it.
They'll totally get it.